Yair Rodriguez is out. He's out for 6 months on a whereabouts violation. I just want to explain to you guys what that means. What is a whereabouts violation and how do you get it? Okay. When you're in the USADA testing pool, it's 24/7, 365, meaning they can come in anytime they want. They could come in at 1 a.m. on a Sunday, which also happens to be Christmas. I mean, there's no way around it so that nobody can go out and know, okay, I have X amount of time to break the rules or clear this from my system or try to game USADA. Fine. The way you do that logistically is very well organized, but must be stayed on top of. It's just done through a website. You go to the website, but you tell them where you will be 24 hours a day. And there's no wrong answer. You could change your mind. You could have that filled out for the week, by example. You get a phone call that you have to leave town, log back in and change that. There could be a tester on the way to your house that you don't even know about, that's flown in from somewhere else and he's driving to your house. And if you enter and change that before he knocks on your door, USADA takes it on the chin. Guy turns around, they pay him for his time, he goes back home. I mean, just to offer an example, USADA is very understanding. I feel that USADA never gets credit. USADA is always these jerks in the room. That's really not true. They've got a policy and they found ways to do their job effectively. I don't know that they've ever been jerks. And I think that the whereabouts is a great example because they'll give you 3. So the whereabouts, if I haven't explained it, it's where are you? Whereabout are you? That's where whereabouts comes from. You need to let them know. You can do that by logging in. Now, USADA is also going to understand humans are doing this and they're going to make mistakes. Imagine that exact scenario happen to Yair. Imagine he's already been online and he says, I'm going to be at the house. Be at the house on Friday night at 5 p.m. He gets the call. He's got to get to the airport. Everything's up in the air. He's racing to get there. He's got to fill the dog bowl before he goes. Tell the wife goodbye. Pack a bag. Just imagine that happens and he doesn't have time to log in or doesn't think to log in or doesn't get it done and that guy knocks on his door. He's in violation. So USADA goes, no, we get it. You're human beings. We're human beings. We're going to give you 3. You can get it wrong. You can screw this up. You can say you're one place but be somewhere else. Come hook or crook for any reason. We're going to give you 3. We're going to assume it was on accident. We're going to give you 3. We're going to give you 3 and not 10 because you'll find a way to game the system if we give you 10. We're going to give you 3. If you get it wrong 3 times within 1 calendar year, it's an automatic fail. And they tell you this ahead of time. And in all fairness, okay, because I could see it both sides. Like if they came down on him because Yair missed 1 because he forgot to log in, or his management team was doing it and it was human error, not even related to him, but a mistake was made, and then they're going to take his license, that'd be a dick move. That's not what they did. They give you 3. And by the way, it's within a calendar year. So let's say you're somebody like Daniel Cormier, who's been in USADA before they were even involved in MMA. Cormier's been with USADA since 2004. So he's going to have whereabouts violations, right? I mean, over the course of 16 years, but you get 3 within a calendar year. I'm bringing that to you just to smarten you on what this means in case we hear of it again and you see this weird word of whereabouts and you're wondering what the violation is. That's what it is. So you could have one and a couple of years go by and you have another one and a couple of years go by, you have another one. You're okay. It's 3 within a calendar year. And then it does beg for, well, how did this happen? How and why did this happen? Was a guy avoiding a tester? Because that's a real thing too. That's a very real thing where a guy knows that he's going to be tested and he doesn't answer the door, knows he just took something, it's not out of the system, I'm not going to answer the door. I mean, okay. But when you have a guy like Yair, it's particularly tough because Yair's not on PEDS. No way, shape, or form. Nobody would make the mistake of falsely pointing at him. I mean, skinny guy, right? 145-pounder, right? I mean, Yair's not cheating. So why didn't you fill it out? And by the way, whatever got screwed up, whether it was you not logging in or not understanding the rule or your management team failed to do it, how did it happen a second time? And whether it was you forgot to fill in or your team didn't do it or it slipped your mind. How's it happen a third time, by the way, within a calendar year? And I'm not kicking Rodriguez here at all. I feel bad for Rodriguez. He's been punished. I'm not giving him a hard time. I'm sharing with you guys so you understand what you're reading about and with other fighters who are watching. Like, guys, this is a big deal. This whole whereabouts thing, this is a big deal. And USADA is very understanding, giving you 3 within a calendar year, but at some point they have to go, hey, we're not going to set this up so the guys can come in and game us. That's not what this is about. We want to, in sportsmanship, make sure that we show a consideration that people are very busy and that this is an added step and an understanding that human beings make mistakes or fail to log in or the internet goes down. I mean, right, there's a lot of reasons why you may not be where you said you were going to be and didn't have time to update it. At the same time, we've got to pick a number. We're going to pick the number of 3. We're going to do it within a 12-month period. That's reasonable by USADA. It's not generous. It's not foolish. It's reasonable. And athletes need to do a better job. It's a real thing. If you think that this whole, hey, I wasn't where I said I was going to be. I mean, if you look at your rear, and then I even think the 6 months, I mean, that's also somewhat reasonable because you do have a guy where any level of common sense is going to tell you that guy's not taking, at least not steroids. They're not in that body. What do? We still got a rule. We still got a violation. It's also interesting to go, and I don't have this, as the time that I'm coming to you guys, I don't have this piece of information. When did this happen? Because it will go back to the day that he missed, right? It will go back to whatever that date was of the 3rd violation. And the fact that Rodriguez has been removed from the sport for a period of time makes me think, I'm guessing, I don't know. It makes me think and guess and assume that this might be from a while ago. Meaning, if we're just hearing about, he might already be 3 months in. Getting a fight might be right around the corner. He might be just about to go into training camp. It's one of those things. At the same time, this could be last Friday, and I'm way off on that. It just seems as though Rodriguez has been gone from the sport for a period of time, and he's in high demand. And let's hope that mistake, not only to him, doesn't happen again. Let's hope nobody makes that mistake. Get online, update it, make it part of your daily routine. Don't beat yourself. And in many ways, a whereabouts violation is just that. A guy beat himself.